Hello, Hola, Bonjour, hey, y'all. My name is Merc. Welcome back to the Narc Alert and the Rio Alert. Rio's here. It's amazing how he hears that jungle music. I swear he hears it and he shuts up because he has been yapping nonstop for the last 3 minutes. And now it's like the cat's got his tongue, literally. Right? Wow. You wouldn't shut up a minute ago. Cats. Hey, everybody's here. Hey, look, everybody's here. That is so awesome. Thank you all for joining me. Acid Washed isn't even working. Hey, Acid Washed, congratulations on not working. Primith 12, I saw you in here before, and I gotta say, every time I see your name, I think it's Primink, and I go, Primink? And I like them. You know that channel? I'm not, Jess, that's not fair. Jess, that's not fair. Oh, there you are. Yeah, we're all paying attention to you. Don't worry. Everybody's looking at you. Oh, he's so handsome. Oh, he's got the bluest eyes. Yeah, we know. Hey, Kai, 15 months. Thank you so much for 15 months. Kai says, hey, Rio, talk to us so we don't have to watch Amber. I haven't even seen it. I haven't. See, here he goes. I knew he was going to be like this tonight. I knew he was going to be a going concern. I know. Okay, let's start. Let's get some. I'm so detached. I'm not. First of all, happy International Women's Day to all the womans. I hope you're having a happy International Day. Somebody gave me a flower the other day. In the building, they were giving out roses for International Women's Day. And Andy was first tonight. Andy was first, followed very quickly by Vanessa Atalanta and Coco Loco. Coco Loco. I'm not even going to say it anymore. If you know, you know. Can you not please do that? Rio, geez, I love you. You're so annoying. Can you not do that? Bobo, I bought myself this today because I love hyacinths. They're totally the smell of spring for me. Oh, God, I love them so much. They smell so good. So that's what he's after. Can you leave my flower alone? Mr. Man, it's International Women's Day. Leave my flower alone. That's not why I bought it. Jess, thank you for the super chat. Jess says, like the video, please. Okay, bye. Thank you, Jess. Last night in the Discord, we watched The Last Showgirl. I know a lot of people have been talking about it. I would say it's an excellent film, but it's really more of a good character study. It's very slow moving. There's not a lot of substance to the plot. It's really more of a character study. And Jamie Lee Curtis, excuse me, and what's her name? The star, Pamela Anderson. Amazing. But be in the right mood for it. I found it a kind of difficult watch last night. It's sad and it's slow, but it's brilliantly acted. Oh, Miss Tomato Jam said they watched Focus in the afternoon. It was fun. I'm so sorry I missed that. I spent 8 hours making that Narc Alert video that I uploaded last night. Jan is here 32 months. Holy shit, Jan. 32 months. Thank you so much. Jan is no longer on the lam. Nice to have you back, Jan. Yeah, Rio thinks so too. Right? You really got this whiny thing going tonight. I'm not digging it. Ludi, I was talking about Showgirl. Baby Garfield says, oh my God, I fell asleep to that video last night and Amber was in my dream. I'm so sorry. Nobody should. That's terrible. That's terrible. I had a lot of fun. Oh, there he goes. I had a lot of fun. We watched it last night, Ludi. I had a lot of fun making that video. Oh my God, the cat, the sirens. Ay, ay, ay. When Amber gives me something of like to work with that is truly, I can look at her narcissism traits. I enjoy editing those. I don't care how long it takes. I will say by hour 7, I was pretty much over it, which is why it's going to be 2 parts, because that video was like 48 minutes long, and I think I'm only about 30 minutes into the live stream. I do think that a good Rio's gone. I do think that the last 45 minutes or so of her live stream, she didn't really talk about much. She kind of switched gears to being more casual. So the second part might be faster. And I'm telling you, things are moving so fast and furious in the Amberverse lately that if a lot of crap comes down before, because I need tomorrow off. I'm making funeral memorial arrangements and I got to do some shit for that. So I'll do it Monday, but if a lot of shit goes down between then and now, it would be old news anyway. So we'll have to see. Ludi, we have watched Substance with Demi Moore. It's one of our favorite movies. It's our favorite double bill with Tusk. Tusk and The Substance is one of our favorite double bills. I know this doesn't matter to many of you, but hey, 68 days till Costa Rica. I'm counting the days. I know Val is too. I think it's more than 68 days till I meet Val, because he's coming in a little later, and then Richard comes in, I think, after that. Like the first 2 or 3 days, it's the chicas, solamente chicas. KT, thank you for the kind compliments. The hair, I'm gonna tell you, I bought a new hair product, like a finishing spray thing, and I really like it. It makes it look nice. It's pretty shiny, right? I went to buy one at the Barber Beauty Supply place, and at the till, they were like, it was $35, and I'm like, oh God, no, I can't. I'm not spending that. And then I found one in the drugstore. It was like $8. Works fine, so thank you. Amber will not be joining us in Costa Rica. I don't think she can fly. I keep telling you, I'm clocking the bathrooms in those airplanes. She can pay for 2 seats all she wants. She can't pay for 2 toilets. So she'd have to wear Depends or something on the flight. And then there's a 6-hour shuttle ride after the flight. And she doesn't do well in cars. Do you know how swollen she would be by the time she got to Kuwaita? It just wouldn't work. Seriously, I was in I think it was Avianca, which I'm flying with again. Used to be my favorite airline. Now it's one of my least favorite airlines. The last time I was in there, I was sitting on the loo, and I went like this, and that's where the walls were. Like, I couldn't even extend my elbows. It was like this. Tell me Amber could fit on the toilet. She couldn't. She'd have to wear Depends on the flight. I don't even know if she'd get down the aisle. The girl can't fly. Let's face it. I would be terrified, if I saw somebody that size in front of me. I wouldn't want them between me and the emergency exit. I hate to be cruel, but if there was something going down with the plane, can you imagine if she was in the aisle in front of you? You'd never get out. It's not safe for anybody to have someone that size on a plane. I'd be going, excuse me, flight attendant, can I just sit in front of that person? I just want to be ahead of that person. Now, thankfully, I fly to Costa Rica and, weird places like Iquitos, Peru, and you don't find a lot of largely obese people on those flights or children. So I usually have pretty good flights that way. Okay, coming back from Lima, there was that guy who projectile vomited all over the place, but it wasn't that bad. It can affect the balance as well. There was a seat in the last flight I took, and this flight attendant said, you can't sit there, it'll affect the balance of, but after takeoff you can move, but during takeoff it'll affect the balance of the flight. I'm like, really? Okay, I won't move. Anyway, enough about that. Someone messaged me. I'll just one more thing before I wrap up this. Is the Costa Rica house full? Yeah, this time it is, but I'm going back in October. So anybody who's interested, we can talk then. I'm hoping to go from October to January. That's the plan. Also gives you a lot more time to figure out when you're available. So for now, this one is full. Someone left me a comment on the last video that said they're considering going or moving to Costa Rica, and they had questions and stuff. And I messaged back, but in case you missed it, please contact me on Discord. You don't have to be a member. If you have Discord, you can find me and friend me and tell me who you are, and we'll definitely talk. I can help you out as much as I can. At least point you in the right direction for good help. So there's that. Okay, that's that. One thing that I think we can talk about after we do Amber, just because it's a little interesting, is the Johnny Somali thing. Remember Johnny Somali, the guy who was twerking on the statues and disrespecting Japan and Korea? Terrible IRL streamer. He finally went to court yesterday. Well, the first case. So I think I'd like to catch up on that a little bit, just as a little palate cleanser. Antonio, come in October. Do it. I'm like the end of October, so really November to January. I usually like to go around my birthday, the end of October. Anyway. And then the only other note I have here is Amberlynns live stream. Do you want to talk about a little bit about that? There was a whole bunch of stuff. What do you think about that live stream? She said, first of all, she talked to her therapist about doing that. Do you really think her therapist would tell her that's a good idea? Thanks, Poppy. Well, Rio will be with me when I go for 3 months. No therapist is going to tell her. Coco Loco. Coco Loco says there's no therapist. I have to stop that. I'm sorry. I have a problem. I'm an only child. I spent a lot of time by myself having to amuse myself. This is just the leftover. I feel like maybe she, I still swear to God in my heart of hearts that therapists tell her to quit YouTube, and she won't, so she quits the therapist. Right? I don't know. If I was a therapist and this girl came to me and said, I've got all these problems and I'm so hated and I have all this anxiety and all this shit, and it comes from this thing that's going online, the first thing I'd say is, get offline. I don't know. Am I crazy? Rio will have flown more than our girl. It's true. They have got to tell her that. And then she goes, but I can't quit. It's my source of income. And then they would say, okay, well, then clearly we can't tell you to quit, but then we have to find a way for you to set boundaries and be able to do this without ever talking about your, like they would. I can't believe there's no therapist. I mean, I can't believe there's a therapist that would go along with this insanity. And I've seen other people have those workbooks. I have Alyssa who's sleeping, and now we have to shame her because she's sleeping, like she's never here on the live streams on Saturday. Because you gotta go to bed. She has that word. She wants me to do that. Don't worry. She has that notebook. I'm not telling any tales. Lots of people have that book. You can get it on Amazon. I think she saw the therapist once, heard about these couple of books and bought them, and now her ongoing videos that are going to talk about her therapy is just going to be shit she's spewing from out of those books. That's what I truly think. I truly think that. Excuse me. KT says someone should ask her. I just do this because it's nice, easier for me to read. Someone should ask her what her therapist credentials are, because in the US, a lot of people mistake counselors as therapists. And I've heard this before too. Jamie Carpenter, I've heard this a few times. She found that book from another YouTuber's channel, Life by Cindy. I've heard that she's imitating Life by Cindy. I didn't look too much into it, but I know that's something people are saying. That's complete. Because you know how even the way she framed it. Okay, well, I don't want to talk about my therapy, but I will talk about, because I need to teach you all about BPD. So I'm going to talk about my workbook, but I'm not going to talk about my therapy. I'm going to keep that sacred. Yeah. Because there's no therapist. I truly don't think there's a therapist. And then someone else commented, she said that she was diagnosed by the therapist that she was seeing when she was getting the weight loss, before I ruined her weight loss surgery. By the way, that's tongue in cheek. I'm making a joke in case that's not clear. And then somebody said, yeah, but you know what? She would have been seeing specifically a bariatric kind of therapist, somebody who specializes in people that are going through weight loss surgery, and they might not be actually qualified to make that diagnosis of borderline. So I don't know. And I'm just spouting shit I've seen. I don't have an opinion. I don't know enough about this stuff. Congratulations. The Cat Whisperer says, I had weight loss surgery a month ago. It was a lot of work. She could never. Congratulations on getting that done. I hope you see a whole brand new future for yourself. That's exciting. Penelope says Amber's qualified because she reads all about Bibbidi. Listen, she reads the AI results on the Google search. She knows what she's talking about. Do you guys hate that as much as I do? I friggin' hate that. Take that damn AI off of the Google search engine. I hate that. Also, hey, while we're at it, how about, can we get rid of all the goddamn AI videos on YouTube this week? I can't, I've been on this bender where I watch these, creepiest camping things and creepiest hiking things. And since I started watching them, now my homepage is full of AI videos. I'm telling you, it's completely AI generated. The clips, the voiceover, the text, everything. It's so annoying to me. It's just killing YouTube. Can we get back to some creative humans again? Or even, what passes for creativity these days? I hate those AI vids. I was watching one the other day and I was halfway through it before I even realized it was an AI vid. And I was like, wait a second. They were doing it with... Oh, it was one of those 5 terrifying moments in the forest videos. But one of the clips was an urbex clip of guys in a building with concrete everywhere and graffiti on the wall. One of those... And the AI voice is talking about how terrifying they are, scared they are because, so deep in the woods, sheltered by all these trees, they can't see any other people. And I'm going, wait a second. Wait a second now. Holy crap, is the entire city on fire? Have those sirens been going for 10 minutes? It's driving me crazy. Marigold says, I just came across this with a Severance recap. It looked like a legitimate video, but it was just AI describing what happened in the episode and no analysis. I know, I just hate them. I'm all good with AI. I don't mind AI. I think it's a fantastic tool. I don't think you produce music using AI. I mean, I've done it as a little joke, but it wasn't all AI. I would always write the lyrics, or some of the times I sang. But, like, it's a tool to be used. It's a finishing tool. It's not a substitute for creativity and content. It's just gross. Thank God that I feel like those sirens were going off for an hour. Am I losing my mind? Holy crap. Anyway. Hey, where's my chat? Hey, where's my chat? Hey, why is it on top chat? There we go. Okay, now we're better. Okay, sorry, I went off on an AI tangent. We're talking about Amberlynn Reid. So what else did you talk about in that live stream that's interesting? So much of it I don't. Hey, Brent's. Holy crap, it's Brent's van life. Hey, you see my friend Brent's van life in the chat? With the van life channel that you should all be going and subscribe to. This is like one of the nicest human beings on the fucking planet. Go watch his last video. Brent, like, you're making me look like an asshole. I don't like it. I don't like, you're just making me look bad. Now, what do I have to do? Like, start a damn nonprofit? Brent's like turned down a surgery because he wants to go help people more. Like, dude, you're making me look like shit here. I don't like it. I don't like it. Just saying. Actually, I do want to start a nonprofit. If anybody knows anything about that, can you DM me or email me? Because it's just something I've been playing with. And Brent, I watched your video today, and I'm telling you, you helped inspire me because it's a thought that I've been having. And when I watched your video, I thought, you know what? When I came back from the Amazon, I really felt that in a huge way. I'm paraphrasing. I'm not speaking for Brent. I'm paraphrasing. But the way I felt when I came back is, and I still feel it, but it's not as strong. So I need to, keep cognizant of it, is I've wasted a lot of my fucking life. I could be doing so much more to help people. And I'll tell you a little secret. It's actually really personally gratifying. So it's a win-win. And I just thought, what the hell am I doing? I am wasting my time. I got to make movements to change that. And I think starting a nonprofit would be an interesting way to do that. So anyway, Brent, exactly right. I don't know what it was. And I came, I know what it was. I came back from the Amazon. I saw the most abject poverty I've ever seen. And I'm still in touch with that guy, by the way. I sent him some money for medicine the other day. I just think, we got limited time on the planet. Let's make a fucking difference. And we've got communities we can move to help make a difference. My community loves that shit. We love helping people. So, I finish my videos with be kind and hasta luego. And so does Brent say be kind at the end of his videos. So, that's my brother from another mother, Mr. Bond. Anyway. So, back to Amber. It seems so trite, doesn't it? Happy birthday, shrimp. That's more fun. Oh, wait, I have a thing. I got a thing. Hang on, I got a thing. There's a thing here. Where is it? Where's my thing? I have a thing. Look. Happy birthday, shrimp. Happy birthday, shrimp. I got a thing now. Brent, Amber. I showed you my thing. Hey, shrimp, I showed you my thing because it's your birthday. I got a thing. I got a thing for shrimp. I do. I had ceviche this week. It was so good. Am I living in a bad neighborhood? No. You can look it up. I live more or less at Yonge and Dundas, which might be the most famous busiest corner in the country of Canada. So I also live very close to Hospital Row. So I'm near, I would say, 7 major hospitals. So that's why you hear a lot of sirens and shit on this show. Penelope says, "What is ceviche? You made me crave it." How does that work, Penelope? I'm not doxing myself. There's 2 million people in the area. Have fun finding me. I also have excellent security in the building. So. Ceviche is shrimp that's marinated in lime juice, cilantro, red onion, or fish. Can be fish. The one I had the other day was fish. Brent has been in here. Brent sat right here. Brent has actually been in Off the Grid. So has Snorg, and so has Richard. There's been a few people in here. There's been a few people. But I've been in Brent's fan. Yeah, Valentine. Valentine's, fancy. So they're flying directly into San Jose and not into Toronto and then San Jose, which of course makes sense. Jess says, "I've been there. She just hasn't seen me." Now I'm a little scared. Isn't it ridiculous, the Rio Cam? The first thing he does is go under that damn blanket. Goof. Hey, Jen, thank you for the super chat. Jen says, "You do help people. You help us forget about our real problems when we talk shit together." Aw, thank you, Jen. This community's actually done a whole lot of shit. We don't talk about it a lot, but this community has donated a lot of money to a lot of different causes over the years. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. I mean, we helped the kids in the Belen market have a Christmas. We fed the whole village in El Chino in the Amazon. We've raised money to help people with their cancer. We donated a bunch of money to Beck. We've done a lot of shit with this community. You guys are awesome. Whenever I've had to do a shout out for any money to help people, you guys are always there. It's amazing. And it's amazing that Amberlynns brought us all together to do that. There's a segue. Who's going to the Bahamas? Oh, Harper. Is that why you Harper dropped their cat off and they're having a real hard time? Hey, Harper, it's better in the Bahamas. Remember those commercials? Have a wonderful time. Oh, God, I need hammock time. So I just got back and I'm telling you, I need hammock time so bad. Are you guys on struggle bus this month? I am struggle bus this month so hard. I'm telling you, man. I cried like 3 times today about stupid shit. It's like... So I just think I'm going to say it's in the air. And we're all going to get off that struggle bus soon. Brent. Hey, Star. Brent says, "Happy Woman's Day. Come on, ladies, burn your bras." Such a hippie. Brent's a hippie. Well, van life. Of course he's a hippie. Pateau says, "I'm driving the fucking struggle bus." Well, Pateau, can you stop the goddamn bus? I'd like to get off. Had enough. Had enough. Anyway, you know what our escape sadly is from the struggle bus? It's this. It's this. I can't talk about that live stream anymore. I mean, we watched it, and then I watched it for so long yesterday. I might have to watch it again. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Look at, you're all on the bus or under the bus. Oh, for Coco Loco, it's been a good month. That's awesome, Coco. Don't feel bad. Tell us that. We need to live vicariously through you. It's all ebbs. Listen, life is ebbs and flows, It's just, it'll change, but it's been stupid. Oh, my battery's low. Now I gotta wear my stupid headphones. I didn't forget them. I was using these ones, but I forgot to charge them. So Amber uploaded today while I was at brunch, so I haven't seen it. I know the Discord watched it. They had a little rage stream, but I'm guessing, oh God. I'm guessing not much happened because I asked in the mod, now the helicopters. I hope you're okay. Hang on. Headphone plugged in. It never stops here tonight, I'm telling you. Can you guys all just maybe go for dinner or something? Just take a nap? It's going nuts around here. Yeah, that was a loud one. Sometimes, oh, he came out. That's nice. Hey, Ruby. Sometimes they fly a little lower, and like my windows shake. That's the air ambulance, by the way. You're still talking about the struggle bus. Let's watch Amber. She uploaded today. I don't know what it is. I haven't seen it. So I'm watching this as she prefers. So this would make this a genuine, guys, mark this in your calendar. This is a genuine reaction. This one is called Responding to Alexis, My Sexuality. And Weight Watchers, weigh in. Number 1, vlog. I don't know what this is about. Let me just turn down her quality a little bit so she doesn't cause us any issues. You just get down there to 480p where you belong, young lady. Oh my God, Pato, this reaction is so raw, you guys. Fuck.
Hello. So it is February.
I have no volume. Why not? Hang on, I gotta change this stupid thing over here now. I'm sorry, give me a sec.
27th.
Now I can hear.
And I'm going to start this vlog with Thursday Weight Watchers weigh-in day. So I weighed in today at 513. So I'm going to put that here. So I've gained 2.
No. Didn't she say she was 514 the last time she weighed in? Why does 514 stick in my head? Hey, June Gumshoe is here, finally. June, we've been waiting for you. Thank you for your members chat, June. Did she not say 514? Am I going mad? Plus, she said she's been doing nothing but eating lately. Okay, this is a lie.
2 pounds in the last 3 weeks,
Bullshit.
4 weeks, something like that. So with Weight Watchers, that gives me 78 daily points, but you can get 4 rollover points for the next day if you have at least 4 of your daily points unused. So that will be added on to the weekly points, which you get 28 of those. So I'm going to try my very hardest to only do Thursday weigh-ins.
Point being, I don't believe she only gained 2 pounds in 3 weeks. I don't. She's been doing nothing but eating. She even admitted to the fact that she's been doing nothing but eating. Hang on, let me just turn this light down. It's getting dark, and then I look all overblown. Yeah, exactly. Marigold says, how is it possible that her weight just keeps staying the same? Nobody's buying this.
For sure for you guys, but I'm talking about in my own personal life, I'm going to try very hard not to privately step on that scale. When I'm on track and I'm doing a diet, I love to step on that scale daily, sometimes multiple times a day. I have done that, but I really want to focus on stepping on it once a week on Thursday, and I want to lose a couple pounds a week. This is not me trying to lose 14 pounds in a week. Absolutely not. We see that does not work for me. So I want to do slow and steady. And by doing steady, it's going to continue on. I'm going to keep losing weight because when I do it fast, like losing 14 pounds, 10 pounds a week, I lose a good 20, 25 pounds.
This is Amber math, right? See, I didn't take that. It was an elective, but I never took it. So I don't really understand the Amber math. Unbelievable. Does she really? Oh my God, she's literally insane. Literally insane. She's telling us now that because in the past she lost weight too quickly, so it was unsustainable, but now she's finally going to do it slow and steady, so she's just going to keep doing it. Are you out of your ever-loving mind, woman? Have you met you? What the hell? This is so stupid.
And then I gain it all back. It's a vicious cycle.
Oh, that one gremlin clown says, girl is lying about her points. I just did the calculation with her stated weight and she'd be only getting 57 points plus 42 weekly. I don't even remember what she said in the first place. Rio's over it. He's going back under the blanket. Oh, I don't remember what she said in the first place because I don't really know anything about Weight Watchers, so it kind of all...
And
the number dump goes over
all right,
my
you
head.
guys, so I wanted to give you daily updates.
Hey, Val! Valentine. Look, Val, what were you doing? What were you doing at Amber's house? Did you buy her this? You bought this for her, didn't you, Val? You're a traitor.
On my progress on this build because it is insane. I am on step 60 and this is how it is looking. This is by far the most difficult thing I have ever
I will
built,
say, I was thinking this the other day. Now, can you hear the Canada geese? They're back. These are complex. Not that they're difficult. Like anybody can do them. They come with an instruction book and they're all numbered. It's not... Can you hear these guys? They're noisy, huh? Why is it so noisy tonight? I'm so sorry, you guys. Oh my gosh. Anyway, a lot of steps, like these take quite a bit of concentration and time. I'm really surprised that she finishes these. Aren't you kind of surprised that she's got the commitment to actually finish these? That's all.
Just look at all that detail.
It doesn't mean anything.
It's crazy. So yeah, this is day 2. All right, you guys. So I hate that I have to talk about this, but like I'm going to. I need to like clear the air, give some explanation. Lately, with what's been going on, if I did this for every scenario that is being said, that's all my channel would be. And I don't want that. I am letting people say what...
Natalie says Merc, she has nothing to do all day except Legos and food. I read that and I thought you said Merc has nothing to do all day except Legos and food. And I thought, well, true. But, I do other things.
Whatever they want, whether it's a lie, whether it's exaggeration, I don't care at all. It sucks for me, but like it is what it is. But like this whole Alexis Dalton thing is like not okay.
Okay.
And I'm mentioning it and bringing it up.
Tone pecs? Are we talking about we're talking about tone pecs? Oh, tone pecs.
Up because Alexis straight up doxed somebody, and that is just like so uncalled for. So here is a mini story time / explanation / how I feel. I was doing my live stream and people were like, oh, Dalton, and I was so confused. I thought maybe it was something funny. Alexis like brought up months ago, just like in passing, and people were just now bringing it up. But no, while I was live streaming, Alexis uploaded a whole ass video. And in that video, she's talking about something that literally has nothing to do with anything at all. Like she's bringing up a situation that I had with someone during like a vulnerable time in my life and using that as like,
I was so vulnerable. I knew that the only thing that would fix me would be describing a blowjob on the phone. Fuck, man.
tea,
Go off,
or
Amber.
I don't know what she's doing, but it's just like genuinely all around creepy.
Sorry.
Alexis has lied a lot in her videos, and people eat that shit up because they love the tea of it all. Amberlynn equals bad. Everyone who spills tea on Amberlynn equals just like amazing. I feel like sometimes people even are like, oh, I know this is a lie, but it's too good, so let's just like hang on to it and like keep it as a narrative. So in this video where she talks about Dalton, she also talked about me being diagnosed with BPD. She said I was never diagnosed, and that's funny to me because me and Alexis actually bonded over the fact that we were both diagnosed with BPD. We would literally talk about it ad nauseum, just like constant. So this is more proof for me.
Well, you still do, so there's that. And Penelope, thank you for the super chat. Penelope says, Tone Pecs, so vulnerable and girly pop. I was so vulnerable, I just needed the D. Stop, I'm gonna get myself
that she's
in
not
trouble.
out to like share her story. She's not out for the truth. She's definitely just out for vengeance.
That's what she did.
What? I don't know. Like in every video that she has uploaded, there has been multiple just like lies and exaggerations like all scattered within. But this whole Dalton thing, it definitely did happen. But people are so obsessed with like the concept of like, ooh, Alexis is spilling tea, or ooh, Amberlynn's not a lesbian, she's actually bisexual. But people are like missing the fact that she literally doxed someone innocent. She showed his face, like a video. And not only that, but like there are reaction channels now using that video and using his name and just like continuing the doxing. Like it's just very.
Showing somebody's face isn't doxing. Amberlynn, you have to understand that words have actual literal meanings. Showing that guy's face wasn't right, and she should have blurred it. And I think that she's even come in and admitted that. Not that it changes anything. But that's not doxing, Amber. It's just not. And quite frankly, it would have all gone away if you hadn't made a whole damn video and put it in the title again. You're the one perpetuating all this shit. Nobody, honestly, I don't care if she had phone sex with a guy. I don't think that changes anything. I don't want to get into that discussion because it's too volatile. So we're not going to even go there. But, you know, she did what she did. She said what she said. I don't think it's a big deal. And we all know, I'm not defending Amber, but we all know that, what's her name? Alexis. It's so funny that everybody hates on Alexis and she's a clout goblin and she's a pile of crap and she's all that until she spills something that we think is interesting. And then all of a sudden it's 100% gospel truth, which is funny. Now I know this one is because Amber admitted to it and there was a voice note and all that. But I mean, I don't care. Why is she even talking about this? Okay, it's true. She is Andy. You're right. That's okay. I'll give you that. Andy's right there. I'm sure if you're a lesbian and she's been yammering on about how she's a gold star lesbian, which means never been with a man, ever, 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 this behavior would be insulting. But, you know, okay, Amber lied about being a gold star lesbian. Does that surprise you that Amber lied? Did you really want her to represent the tribe? I don't think so. So it's not a big deal. And quite frankly, I don't really care. She can do whatever she wants with whoever she wants. That's not what I'm interested in about her.
Very inappropriate and it's wrong. And I don't know why people are like standing by that. I've always had people questioning my sexuality.
Yeah, Jerry, yeah, apparently not to Amber. They don't count. I find all that, you know, I don't know. I'm not gay. It's none of my goddamn business. It's not my community. I don't have a dog in the fight. But for me, I don't know. I find the whole gold star thing kind of offensive. You know, if that's something you're proud of, then I respect that for you. But I don't know. I find it a little odd. I mean, I wouldn't be, I don't know. Sexuality is a complicated and very fluid topic. I don't think anybody's sexuality is anybody's goddamn business. And it doesn't make a difference to me at all who you want to make noises with. I don't think she needed to do this. I think she's the one that's perpetuating this shit as usual. She's just trying to keep all the balls in the air.
I think it's weird. But to have like thousands and thousands of people do that, like, makes it even more weird. And I'm just like, bro, when I say I'm a lesbian, like, I actually mean that. People think I'm a lesbian because they think that men don't want me. They do. They very much do. I just don't want them. No offense. 2023 was a crazy year for me. When I first moved into this apartment, like October of 2023, November of 2023.
I have my personal opinions about her because I'm human like everybody else, and we think of stuff. But honestly, if she's gonna tell me she's a lesbian, then I'm gonna go with that she's a lesbian. I gotta respect other human beings. You can't respect everybody else and not her when she says that. That's where I'm coming from. But I know respecting other people is not always a popular thing these days. Heather says maybe tone packs could be Amber's new income stream. Listen, Merc might have done tone packs in college.
In December of 2023, that was like, those 3 months were bad for me. Like, I shared a little bit of that in vlogs, but you guys honestly didn't even know the half of it. I shared that I was turning to alcohol because I genuinely was. I was getting drunk like every single night. Like, sometimes I would get so drunk that I'd wake up the next morning, I would feel absolutely awful, and I wouldn't remember much from the night prior.
Like,
so that's
why do you fucking lie about everything? Like, friggin' everything. Danny Moore, thank you for your 17-month member chat. Says, let us not forget that comp het is very real. When she was drinking those damn buzzballs all the time and filming those vlogs all the time, she told us it doesn't. Compulsory, thank you, Danny. Compulsory. Danny saw me go blank. oh, Danny was like, oh shit, I made Merc glitch. I better tell the old lady what that means. Thank you, Danny. Compulsory heterosexuality is very real. She said they barely affected her. She didn't get drunk. She felt great the next day. Like, she lies about fucking everything.
When I told myself I need to stop drinking alcohol, and I was actually able to do that, it like put some relief in me because I was really.
You were actually able? I should fucking hope so. Are you a raging alcoholic? I hope you're actually able to stop drinking buzzballs every night. If you're not, then you have a problem.
Scared because like I was being reliant on it, but I was like, I have an addictive personality. I come from like a family of addicts. I was like, I cannot be an alcoholic right now. Thankfully, when I told myself I'm going to stop drinking and for how long I want to stop drinking, like I was able to do it cold turkey. Like I was totally fine. But it didn't take away the fact that I was becoming reliant on it. Like I was depressed, heartbroken, lonely. I was living in a new state by myself for the first time in my life. Like I was going through a lot, and I felt myself turning to people and to situations and things I normally wouldn't have. I get a lot of men reaching out to me in my DMs. This isn't to flex. This isn't anything weird like that. This is just me stating like a fact. And
This is clearly the most singularly desirable human being on the fucking planet. Every time she goes out, every time she leaves the house, she has fans recognize her, and she has men hit on her. Every time she goes out, her DMs are full of men hitting on her. Now, I don't know, doesn't that make you girls feel sad? My DMs are not full of men hitting on me, and I know I'm old, but she's 500 pounds. So if there's guys that like if there's guys that like quarter-ton women, certainly there's guys that must like older women, and I'm not being bombarded in my DMs. It's a shame we're not all as desirable as her. every single time she leaves the house. Yeah, and Ella says, Amber, 99% of women on the internet get DMs from creepy men. Yeah, and she's got a whole bunch of viewers, right? And people. You know, it's funny. I was looking at the Reddits today. Yeah, I went to the Reddits. I went on there today and I was looking at H3 stuff. And there's, oh my God, there was such a funny comment. I wonder if I can show you the picture. It's Amber related. I promise you. I think you'll enjoy this. I think you guys will enjoy this. Let me show you this picture. We talk a lot in the mod chat. Hang on. We talk too much in mod chat. Where's this picture? Da 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 da. Hang on. Good Lord, mods. We talk a lot. I'm sorry. I promise you it's worth it. Oh God, if it was from yesterday, I can't keep scrolling. It might have been from yesterday. Anyway, on H3, they do actually talk about her on the forum. On the H3 Reddit, I mean. I'm never going to find this damn thing. Maybe it's in here. It's got to be worth it, I promise you. Here. I found it. I found it. I found it. I found it. Hang on. Oh my God. This is stupid. This is taking me too long. I apologize. I'm a nut today. Very chaotic. Look at. Why isn't it showing up? Excellent. Excellent. It's not showing up. There. Now, I'm not a fan of Teddy Fresh, but I did think it's funny that all the H3 fans are horrified that she's talking about Teddy Fresh. It's kind of funny. I found it funny. I'm sorry, it really wasn't worth all that time. All right, back to this.
I'll reply to them, obviously, because I'm not interested. But in 2023, during that phase of where I was just like going through a lot, I did reply to Dalton. He was really sweet and kind, and he was making.
Teddy Fresh is H3, Ethan Klein, and his wife. His wife, Ela, runs a clothing company called Teddy Fresh. It's excellent quality. I don't like the clothing, personally. Not my style. And it's very expensive. Also, being an H3 fan, publicly supporting them is an interesting move these days. There's quite a bit going on with him. So it was an interesting choice for her to be spending $200. I mean, I'm not getting into that. Anyway.
Me feel good about myself where I felt bad. He was a friend of mine, but there was some flirty stuff. And yeah, it felt weird to me and I would engage in it a little bit, but he genuinely was so sweet and he's super attractive. So it kind of made it like easier for me to like engage in these things. One night I got extremely drunk and he ended up calling me and things went to a different level than they probably would have if I was sober. Like, I feel awful saying that out loud, and I hate that Alexis like shared my voice memos, but didn't share her voice memos, might I add. I did know.
It's gross though, really, isn't it? Where'd she meet this guy? Did she talk about that? Did she mention that and I glossed over because, you know, that happened? So they were kind of friends and kind of flirty. And then he called her when he was hammered and started drunk phone sex with her. And she went along with that. He was a viewer. I don't care. She can have fun. Yeah. Well, clearly she has no respect for herself if that's fun, though, Val. Come on. Blech.
Notice that, and I know a lot of people also did as well. But in my voice memos, like, you can literally hear me say, like, wasn't my finest moment.
I don't care that it was with a guy. Let's get that straight. I don't care who she was with. That's irrelevant to me. Be with whoever the hell you want to be with. But the whole drunken phone sex with somebody, with a viewer, that's gross. Don't phone me drunk. I'm not going to talk dirty to you. I promise. Promise you I won't talk dirty to you.
Really drunk. I was sad, etc., etc. I guess I just wanted to feel something other than like the sadness and the depression I was going through in that moment. Plus, I was really drunk. My brain was not fully there. And when people get drunk like that, sometimes they make decisions that they normally wouldn't. I don't regret it though, like at all. Like, Dalton is genuinely such a great person, and I hate that he has been dragged into this. I think it's very, very weird to me. Alexis using this situation and this person.
To be fair, it is really weird. I'll give her that. Alexis had no fucking right to talk about that. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't add anything to the narrative of the story of Amberlynn. Well, I guess it kind of does, but I don't know. It was very out of pocket for her to even talk about that stuff. Like, really, clearly Alexis has zero boundaries when it comes to what she will share about Amberlynn Reid. And, you know, I'm not an Alexis fan, but Ella says she drunk called him. She said he was drunk and called her, but she was also drunk. I thought that's what she said. Let's clarify that whole story then.
Wasn't my finest moment. I was really drunk. I was sad, etc., etc. I guess I just wanted to feel something other than like the sadness and the depression I was going through in that moment. Plus, I was really drunk. My brain was not fully there. And when people get drunk like that, sometimes they make decisions that they normally wouldn't. I don't regret it though, like at all. Like, Dalton is genuinely that they like really drunk. I did notice that, and I know a lot of people also did as well. But in my voice memos, like, you can literally hear me say, like, wasn't my finest moment. I was really drunk. He was blessing me, and things went to it, and he ended up calling me, and
he called her.
Things went to a different level than Alexis, etc., etc. I guess I just wanted to feel something other. My brain wouldn't. And I hate that he has been dragged into this. I think it's very, very weird to me. Alexis using this situation. And
on the other hand, Dalton, being a viewer and a fan of Amberlynn, might have had a fucking clue that that might have happened to him if he was going to get involved with her. If you decided, as they say on the places that they say things, to touch the poo, would you not do that knowing there's a very likely chance that you could be exposed online by just getting in her orbit? I mean, it shouldn't. You shouldn't, but you should be aware of that, no?
This person, like, it's not tea. It's cruel. Like, I almost don't even see the point. Like, she tried to like dot the I's and cross the T's in her video to like make it make sense of why she's talking about it. But really, she just wants to like air out all my stuff. But I'm sorry, sexuality can be and is fluid, but I am a lesbian. But whether I was straight or bisexual, it doesn't even matter. I am who I am. Turning a vulnerable night for me, where I was in a vulnerable state and I made a decision that I normally wouldn't have, turning that into a like way to monetize something that should not be monetized.
Can't you just own what you just said? Can't you just say, I'm a lesbian and I had a dalliance one night with a guy? Doesn't change a goddamn thing for me. Say it like that. Not, I was drunk and I made a stupid mistake. It doesn't have to be a mistake, Amber. It's just something that happened. You know? You're single. He's single. You're both drunk. There's no law against that. You don't have to frame it as a mistake. Why would it's weird to me. Like, just why would you do that? Just own what you did. There's nothing wrong with it.
It's crazy work, and it shows what kind of a person she is. And I just want to say this: if I wasn't a lesbian, Dalton would have been it. Like, Dalton would have been it. Like, sweet, attractive, attentive, kind,
Feeder.
nice home, nice car, good job, like the whole nine. But it didn't feel right to me. In my gut, it did not feel right to me. And I'm actually grateful for that experience. And I'm grateful that it was with someone like him. It's not a time I'm ashamed of or anything like that.
Listen, I am really grateful for that drunken phone sex I had with that hard D. I'm so grateful. I was so vulnerable that night. I just really needed the D.
But to have that story be used by my ex-best friend is crazy to me. All while knowing that, like, I'm not saying anything personal about her.
Cece, I don't know if he was actually a feeder. He did talk about food. I'm making a joke. I don't know for sure if he was actually a feeder.
I know so many personal things about her. Spoke daily for hours at a time. I have not said anything personal about this woman.
She hasn't.
A lot of the things that Alexis has been sharing about me hasn't been her story to tell whatsoever. Honestly, I have been reflecting a lot, and I look.
God, I hate it when they make me agree with this stupid, narcissistic waste of skin. But I think she's right here. To be honest, she hasn't said a lot about Alexis, and Alexis has started a whole channel based on spilling tea about Amberlynn, and she hasn't said a lot about Alexis. I bet she could say stuff. Anybody that knows another human being on an intimate, personal friendship level for a certain number of months is going to have something they can say. I hate it when they make me agree with her.
Back at my time and my friendship with her, and I feel like she used me, especially during like vulnerable moments.
Oh,
like,
you used each other.
Friendship with me just gave her.
You used each other. Let's be real, Amber. You're no patron saint in this either. You used her as much as she used you. It's just that she's kind of messier about it and more public. But I think there's probably pretty equitable using here.
Her the chance to collect personal information just so she could exploit me later on. That is genuinely how it feels to me. Like, there were so many times where like I was.
No, I think she was starstruck. I think she's what we used to call a star fucker. And she was so thrilled that the famous Amberlynn Reid was her friend. And she was really your friend for a while. I truly believe that. But apparently she's got no character. Or a pretty shady, shitty kind of character. And that's what you ended up with. But Amber, guess what? You lie down with dogs, you might get fleas. That's all I'm saying.
Her voice memo, and I noticed that she would save it. And I'd be like, why did you save the voice memo? And she'd be like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You've saved every fucking phone from every girlfriend back to Becky. You've got voice notes and fucking texts and everything from everybody that's ever spoken to you over 8 years. Don't even come at anybody with this shit. Are you kidding me?
And I'd be like, but it says you did. But like that naive side of me and that side of me that wanted to trust her, in my brain, I was always like, well, maybe she is telling the truth. Maybe her phone really did glitch, or maybe something really did happen. Maybe she really didn't save it. But it turns out she did. And it turns out that she is taking all the experiences that I lived off of YouTube that didn't affect her at all, might I add. All those experiences,
she's right.
She saved them almost like in files. It feels like, Jesus Christ. And she's using that for her benefit. And really, if you guys had
it's probably just one folder. She could put everything just in the one folder. Doesn't have to be like She doesn't have like a support staff or anything. Relax. You have fucking 22 phones. You're the one that needs the support staff to keep track of all the fucking things anybody has ever. Every thought you've ever had has gone in a journal. Every conversation you've ever had on the phone has been kept. You have an archive of your whole fucking life, every sad second of it.
To look at it from a different point of view, who was really the bad friend? Me or her?
Both of
This
you.
whole thing, like, I should never have had to talk about this unless I wanted to. And I feel that way about a lot of things that have been said and shared. And I will continue keeping my silence. But the fact that Dalton was involved.
The choker is peekaboo. Coco Loco says the choker is there. The choker is, hi, I'm a choker. No, I'm not. Here I am. I'm hiding. Here I am. I'm over here.
In this, it made me feel like heavy on my heart.
Willow, thank you for your members chat. Willow says, this is why you don't spill your guts to a rando. Yeah, but see, Amber thinks that if you've talked to her 3 times, you're best friends. She thinks if you go out on one date and you both order the same beverage, that you're marriage material. She doesn't understand the concept of taking the time to know somebody. Like, I bet if you told her you could date somebody for a year and you still don't really know them all that well, she would never believe you. Because for her, as a narcissist, she doesn't care that much about other people, so she doesn't take the time to get to know other people. It doesn't require any time because it's not an important thing for her to do. They just have to get to know her. That's all.
That, like, I needed to speak up. He's a good person, a great person, and he doesn't deserve to be, like, brought in this, like, hemisphere of just, like, vile poison. I'm gonna go back to not talking about Alexis because I feel much better when I do that, and she's gonna run.
So I'm gonna go back to not talking about Alexis until Alexis says something else about me, and then I'm gonna talk about her again, and then I'm gonna go back to not talking about. Just stop, Amber. Say you've run out of things to say about Alexis in this particular moment. That's really what's going on here.
A whole channel reflected around me. I'm gonna go ahead and call that obsession. Anyways, I'm gonna end this vlog. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Oh, that's it? I'll see you in the next one. Bye. God, I hate it when they make me agree with her. Nobody was trolling you, Jack. It was there. It was like, I'm here. No, I'm not. Here I am. No, I'm not. Bunny says Alexis is the perfect example of a clout chaser, but a chubby clout chaser. We don't talk that much about people's weight and size. We talk about it a little bit, but it's not something we focus on. But I do want to say, I'm telling you, the first time I saw Alexis on a video, I didn't know it was Alexis. Like, I get it. We all use filters. Most people use a filter. You want to touch up on yourself a little bit. We all do it. But if you're using a filter to the point that it makes you absolutely unrecognizable in person, that's a problem. That's a problem. I watched those videos. I didn't know who Alexis was. I didn't know who that girl was. Till it came out that it was Alexis, and I was like, wow, okay. That doesn't look anything like that girl. It was just weird. But, I'm not filter shaming. Everybody uses them a bit, I think. Oh, no, Bunny, you're fine. No worries. In this community, we can agree to disagree. And as long as we were just talking about this in the Discord, I said, you know what? Absolutely do not have to agree. And here, just have to respect everybody's opinion and how we treat each other. That doesn't mean you got to agree. Life is boring if you agree with everything everybody says all the time. Blah. Anyway, that's about it for Amberlynn, unless something's happened in the last hour since we've been here, but I don't think it has. I guess the next thing that's going on in the Amber versus the Becky and Destiny stream, I think I don't know if it's a video or a live stream. But I guess that would be the next thing. Honestly, for me, that's going to hold a way more interest than the Casey Beck one. Did I say Becky? I meant Beck. Sorry, guys. I am getting better, I think, but I do slip. I meant Beck. I think that the Beck Destiny, and I think I said it because the Destiny has a Y. Anyway. Uncle Grandpa says something big will happen in the Amberverse this weekend. I'm telling you, I have that feeling too, and I don't know why. Oh my gosh, again? I hope you're okay. I can see that one. He was fast. I kind of get a kick out of Beck. I mean, out of Destiny. You know, like, I don't think I would be friends necessarily with Destiny, but I kind of think she's got this, oh, he's looking again. Look at him face. It might not be honesty. I don't think that's the right word. She's got a certain genuine appeal. And I seriously think that Destiny just doesn't have any fucks left in the basket. Like, Destiny will say shit that other people won't say, I think. And I just kind of like, she's pretty down to earth. I find her amusing. She's a she, right? Can I say she for Destiny? Is Destiny still using the she pronoun? I think so. Yes, okay, good. I was saying to Uncle Tim today, I'm so paranoid now that even people who I know are she, when I say she, I get scared. Because I'm worried that I made a mistake. This is exhausting for an old lady, I tell you. Trying so hard. That one gremlin clown says, Destiny. That's a funny name, by the way. Destiny keeps things real and I can appreciate. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. Miss Tomato Jam says, my pronouns are she, hi. Defaulting to they always works. I know, but if you're she, you don't want to be they. So you got to respect the she's as well. I do try and default to they if I don't know. But if I know they're she, I would like to say she and not they. It's just so exhausting. Anyway. Before we wrap it up, can we just talk a little bit about Johnny Somali? Because the trial was yesterday. You know who Johnny Somali is, right? We've talked about him before, and I'm sure if you're breathing air, you kind of know who Johnny Somali is. Of course, he's the IRL streamer who was totally disrespecting Japan, then went to Korea, has been nothing but an ass in Korea. His trial finally was yesterday, and they brought him up on originally 3 charges. The system is very different over there, so I'm sure a lot of you are watching Legal Mindset like I am, and you're learning about their system being very different. So apparently when it gets to like stage 3, they have a 90% conviction rate. 90%. So once you get to stage 3, you're pretty much guaranteed that you're going to lose, right? So 3 of the cases, I did have to make notes, of course. 3, he went to face 3 charges. Now, what he didn't know, and it's so funny because apparently Legal Mindset had dropped the bombshell that there was a 4th charge. And Somali, the night before his trial, did a drunk live stream where he said all kinds of inflammatory shit. And he hates Legal Mindset and didn't know about this 4th charge and said Legal Mindset was lying. When they got to court, the court told him about the 4th charge, and apparently him and his lawyer were both like, what? They didn't know there was a 4th charge coming. Now, there's more charges coming for the body fakes. What are they called? The deep fakes. Because he made a bunch of deep fakes, AI deep fakes with Korean IRL streamers where he had like this one pretending kissing him like she was his girlfriend and stuff. So he showed up in court he's got this friend that's been kind of housing him and helping him and stuff in Korea. This guy named Hank, and Hank's a knob. Apparently, he showed up in court with, of course, with Hank, and Legal Mindset said he thinks he was wearing Hank's suit, like he doesn't have his own suit, right, in Korea. So he's wearing this like a little boy in his dad's suit. He looked like wearing this ill-fitting suit, and he showed up. So he shows up in this white suit and a MAGA hat, a fucking MAGA hat, in a courtroom in Korea. He was told 3 fucking times to take the hat off. Like, why are you disrespecting the court? How far is it you think that's going to get you, you fucking brain dead idiot? Then they said, like, the 3rd time the bailiff almost, like, literally ripped it off his head. Like, they were fed the fuck up with this guy. He was making a joke about everything. He was laughing and posturing. Apparently, he walked in, he saw Legal Mindset at the back of the courtroom, and he turned around and stuck his tongue out at him. And the judge is watching all of this show going on, right? And Legal Mindset was saying, as soon as the charges got read and stuff got serious, he said his face just dropped like a stone. All of a sudden, it was like, oh shit, this is real, right? So I believe he's pled guilty. Atosi was there too. Atosi flew from the States to Korea. Atosi and Legal Mindset had previously done a Zoom video together about Johnny Somali. So it was fun that Atosi got to go there and meet up with him. So they're hanging now. I love Atosi. I think he's just adorable. And him and his girlfriend. I don't know if they got married or not, but now they got a little bebe. I always liked hearing her off camera. She used to be like off camera. Love Atosi. So he's charged on all 4. 2 of them were a little more serious, called obstruction of business, which is a big charge there. And then the 4th one as well. So he could actually get 2 of the 4 charges. He could get 5 years each for, and up to, I think it was, I forget the money, but quite a bit of money. So then he said, what they said is, what's happening here, it gets even better, because the way the system works is very slow, generally speaking, but they're kind of really pushing this one and getting it done fast. But he said they held back on some of the charges, and those ones being those deep fake charges I was telling you about, where he made deep fakes with Korean streamers and it made it look like they were his girlfriend and they were kissing him and stuff. Deep fake is apparently a very serious crime in Korea. They take that very seriously. And if it's sexual, it's even a bigger crime. So it could be considered sexual, right? Now, the thing is, the prosecutors held back the deep fake charges because they knew if he pled guilty, or clearly he was guilty, so he was found or pled guilty on the smaller, lesser charges from today or yesterday, that he then would be going in to the deep fake charges as a convicted criminal. And that makes it even more time and even more money. So he could conceivably be looking at like 15 years and $40,000. Now, he probably won't get the full 15 years, but even if he got 5, 3 in a Korean jail. And the other thing is, if you cannot pay your fines, you go to labor camp. So Legal Mindset has a big joke about the apparently there's cabbage farms. Now, there are different places where you could be sent, but one of them is farming, agricultural work. So if he can't pay the $40,000, he's going to end up in a labor camp to pay off those bills. Now, he can't pay the $40,000 because his only income is streaming, and he has not been allowed to stream since, like, for months now. So he's desperate for money. It's just beautiful. I'm telling you. Exactly. Acid Wash said someone is having the day that they deserve. It couldn't be better. And then the other thing is, he said, like, he can't leave the country while there's still charges pending, right? So now they have another trial date set, I think, for April 17th or something. So now he's just got to sit in Korea with no money, with no ability to make money, as a convicted criminal. awaiting another trial. Have fun, Johnny. Go twerk on a statue, asshole. It's so beautiful, I'm telling you. Sometimes karma is just the best thing, isn't it? It's just better. Dan. Dan says, yeah, he's properly tucked. April 7th, Vanessa tells me. Excuse me, hang on. We should watch that. It's not televised. It's not televised. So these guys are going to the trial, and then they're giving us recaps afterwards. April 9th, Lainey says. Okay. And then, it's interesting because of him, he set an asshole precedent. So then a whole bunch of other asshole IRL streamers went to Japan. Remember, he started out in Japan being an ass. It's funny he was in Colombia, but he wasn't. He was too scared to be an asshole in Colombia. They probably would have just killed him. But then now all these other asshole streamers have gone to Japan, but apparently Japan is like, no. No. Nobody gets to fuck. It's like, yeah, fuck around and find out now, guys. It's terrible, though, eh? How do you go to... it's just so ridiculous. I'm just so happy. God, can you imagine if he gets jail time and he ends up in a labor camp? Can you imagine? It would be so good. Like, he still hasn't got any comeuppance. He still doesn't understand what he's done. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Anyway, I will keep you posted on what happens with that, but I guess it's all quiet now until April 9th when his next cases come up. And those will be interesting because they're the deep fakes. So apparently they can go for 5 years, 5 to 10 years per deep fake. Unless it's sexual, and then it gets a lot worse. It gets way more serious if it's sexual, and I believe it was. Kai says, well, Merc, Jody the woman. Yeah, Jody. Yeah, we know Jody Arias. She's doing lawyer stuff. She's doing TikToks. I saw that. Idiot. Antonio says, Merc, what you gonna do for the rest of the night? Well, I'm telling you, I'm thinking about getting off here momentarily. Because I'd be starving. I'm hungry. Now, tonight I was smart, and I got some rotisserie chicken breast before I started streaming so that I have food cooked and ready to go. Casey Anthony. Thank you, Tomato Jam. I knew that didn't sound right. Jody Arias. It's Casey Anthony is on TikTok. Is Jody doing lawyer stuff? I'm having rotisserie chicken and some kind of salad. A salad a day keeps the cat away. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go eat because I'm starving. Tonight, of course, we go to jail. Guys, we're going to jail. Saturday nights, for now, we're watching 60 Days In. So we're going to jail. And that's that. I'm not doing nothing tomorrow with Amberlynn Reed if I can help it. But like somebody said in here, I have a feeling something's going to happen. I don't know what. I hope not. Can they just give us a damn break? If nothing happens between then and now, I will do part 2. Narc alert, look at that live stream. There's so much more to talk about. She got into the Casey. She doubled down on Casey. And we didn't even talk about that. Now I've got the hiccups, so I have to go. Can't have the hiccups in live stream. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for our short little visit tonight. Thank you for joining me at this look at Amberlynn Reed and all the chit-chat and Rio, even though he's hiding. He's so happy that you were here. I won't see you tomorrow, but hopefully I'll see you Monday. And you know the routine until we meet again. like Brent's van life wants you to. Just be kind. And hasta luego.